Hey everyone, today we're going to go on a little journey. But, this isn't when you measure in miles. It's a journey of flavors, textures, and incredible traditions. We're diving deep into the heart of Northeast India, a place where, believe it or not, every single product tells a story. So, let's get right into it.
Just look at that. This is Northeast India. We're talking about these misty mountains that just seem to scrape the clouds, these amazing green valleys cut through by rivers that have been there forever, and just so much culture. It's a place where the bond between the people and the land is, well, it's everything. And it's that connection, that deep bond that creates some of the most unique treasures you'll find anywhere on Earth.
So let me ask you something. Just think about this for a second. What if a product, I don't know, a pinch of a spice or a piece of fabric or even just a sip of a drink could actually tell you a story, like a real story? What if it could transport you right back to where it came from, tell you about the weather, the people, the entire history of that place?
Well, it turns out there's a way to do exactly that. It's called a geographical indication, or a GI tag. The easiest way to think about it is like a stamp of authenticity. It's basically a promise that what you're holding isn't just some thing. It's a real piece of cultural heritage, straight from the place it was born.
All right, so for our first stop, we're heading to the beautiful, rolling Jayantia Hills in Meghalaya. And trust me, there's a truly golden treasure growing there.
I want you to really try and picture this. A yellow so intense, so vibrant, it's almost like it's captured a piece of the sun. It's practically electric. See, this isn't your average, everyday turmeric. This is Lakadong turmeric. And that color alone tells you everything. It tells you this stuff is special. It's potent.
So what's the secret sauce here? Well, it's not just one thing. It's this kind of magic that only happens in the Jayantia Hills. You've got the very specific soil, the perfect amount of rain, and these incredible farming methods that the local Jayantia people have been using for generations. It's a combination you just can't copy. You can't fake this anywhere else on the planet.
And here's where it gets really wild. So the good stuff in turmeric, the thing that gives it all those amazing health benefits, is called curcumin. Now, your regular turmeric might have, say, 2 to 5% curcumin, which is, it's good. But Lakadong turmeric, we're talking up to 7.5%. That is a massive, massive difference. That number right there, that's the power of that specific place, all concentrated into one spice.
Okay, from a spice that comes from the earth, let's move to something crafted by hand. For our next treasure, we're traveling over to Arunachal Pradesh. We're going to step into the world of the Galo tribe, where their entire identity is literally woven thread by thread.
Now, this is just amazing. It's so personal. They use what's called a loin loom. It's this really simple, ancient tool. And get this, the person weaving is literally part of the loom. The width of the fabric they can make, it's determined by the weaver's own body. So every single piece of cloth is a direct extension of the person who made it. How incredible is that?
And the materials they use, it just shows how connected they are to nature. We're talking things like goat hair, tree bark, and all the dyes come from local plants. But the colors aren't just for show. Oh no, they're a language. Black is the base, and it stands for power. And on that powerful canvas, they tell stories using red, yellow, and white. So yeah, every single color means something. Black isn't just black, it's authority, it's power. Red is all about energy. Sometimes it even symbolizes the blood of an enemy. And yellow, that's pure happiness and optimism. Even the simple straight lines you see in their designs, they represent a disciplined way of life. So when you look at one of these textiles, you're not just seeing a cool pattern. You're actually reading a story about who these people are and what they believe.
All right, for our last treasure, we're going to stay right here in Arunachal Pradesh, but we're shifting gears. We're going to explore something that is at the very heart of the community, something that brings everyone together, a traditional rice beer.
This is called Adi Apong, and let me tell you, it is so much more than just a drink. It's what people share at gatherings. It's used in ceremonies. It's a huge symbol of hospitality. Just try to imagine a kind of milky-looking drink, a little bit fizzy, with this really unique sweet and sour taste. It's a flavor that is absolutely woven into the fabric of life for the Adi tribe.
And the way they make it is a ritual in itself. First, they actually burn rice husks to get this deep, smoky flavor. Then, they mix that with boiled rice and a special starter cake called apop pitha. The whole mixture gets sealed up with special leaves and just sits there to ferment for about 20 days. And even at the very end, they filter it through a handmade bamboo funnel. Every single step is tied to nature and tradition.
And here's a really important part. That starter cake I mentioned, it isn't just to get the fermentation going. It's actually made from all these different local plants that have medicinal properties. So adiopong is also used in traditional healing. It's a drink that's meant to take care of your spirit and your body.
So, okay, we've looked at a spice, a textile, and a special brew. 3 totally different things, right? But they all have this one crucial thing in common. They are completely 100% tied to a specific place and its people. And that's exactly why protecting this legacy is so important.
You know, it's easy to look at a GI tag and think, oh, that's just a fancy label, a marketing thing. But it's not. For the communities behind these products, for the farmers growing that turmeric, for the weavers creating that fabric, it's not just a label. It's a lifeline, a real lifeline.
So let's just quickly recap why these tags matter so much. First, they protect these incredible ancient traditions from just disappearing or getting knocked off. And maybe most importantly, they make sure the money goes back to the people who deserve it, the local farmers and artists who are the real keepers of this knowledge. And for you and me, it's a guarantee that what we're getting is the real deal. It's a stamp of authenticity that lets us connect with a culture and actually help keep it alive.
So, the next time you pick up a spice or you see a beautiful piece of clothing, just pause for a second. Ask yourself where it came from. Because you know what? Sometimes the best stories aren't in books or movies. They're hidden in plain sight, woven into the things we touch and use every single day. So, what stories are hiding in your world?